everyone, it's Becky. So I am back for round 2 of my House Flipper 2 Sandbox Mode tips and tricks, and we are here in Old Pinnacle again. I'm just using the same little lot that I used a few weeks back when it came out to test out all the new items, so that's just where we are right now. But as in my last tips and tricks video, I have 10 new things here to share with you. Maybe some you already know, maybe some you already don't, but I hope this is able to help out some people. So my first tip is to check for variations of items. I'm going to show you a few things that I just saw recently that I didn't even know before. So the first thing is this stovetop, the induction stovetop. If you go to change style, it actually has 5 different styles of burners, and I usually just slap down this original one because I usually keep it black anyways, so I never even go to the change style. But yeah, there are 5 different little burners to choose from, so that's cool. Another thing that I found out recently is all 3 of these little mushrooms have 2 different types. There's like a flatter one, and then the more like rounded top one. So I think these mushrooms are super cute. I've been using them a lot in my builds that I do in the wooded environment. So here's the 2 different little brown mushrooms, and then this orange one. There are 2 different ones as well. Who would have thought? Even this little Reva's gratitude journal, you are able to open it, and it has like little writing in there, different little expressions of gratitude. I can't really zoom in good. But yeah, just check for variations just to be sure. Like even some of the different food items have different variations. Like these little candies you can have open and it says House Flipper on it. So yeah, just always be sure to check. You never know. My second tip is if you want a more custom placement of windows and doors, then you can do a quick little trick and able to have your windows and doors wherever you want. It's a pretty simple little trick here, so I'm just going to take this one right here. It doesn't really matter which one I'm choosing, but if you want to like move it just slightly, as you can see, it leaves a gap over here because that's kind of like not within like the different little boundaries, you know. But it's really easy just to, where am I going? Oh, I'm going to get the cube. As I said before, this cube is great for everything, including this. I'm just going to resize a little bit. You might have to play around a bit with like your window and stuff, just because it can be a little bit off. I think this works best with no windowsill, it looks like. Okay, so it doesn't look like it works like super great in all like areas you try and place it. You want to make sure that you can still have the windowsill on one side, so it is a little finicky at times depending on where you place it, but like here this worked good. And then you're able to just go in with the surface finish that you had used before. You might need to play around with it and line it back up a little bit, so maybe I need to resize up here just to have it stuck in there good. It still looks a little bit wonky, but maybe if you use a different surface finish that isn't this brick with such a distinct pattern, it would work a little better. But yeah, if obviously you're not going to move it super far in the first place, otherwise it will just line back up in a regular normal spot. But if you need just a little tweak for some reason, then this could be a good thing to do. Same for like doors and door frames. It can work for that. Another tip I have is that you are able to place things out of the borders if you want to. So obviously this sidewalk area is part of your border, but you can, use the transform tool. If you want an extra bench out there in Old Pinnacle right outside your build, then you can go out there and place it. Obviously you can go into fly mode and get a better look at what you're doing as well. So got a little extra bench over there, cute. Can put my trash can right over there with it. Just kind of adds a little more life to your builds if you want things outside of it. This could work good with the beach environment or the coast environment to put things out onto the sand if you want to. So yeah, anything you want out there, you can put out there. Just use the transform tool. This next tip is new, but we're able to use PNGs now, which is very interesting. So I'm just going to place down a poster right now. There are 2 different poster options, the one with the curled edges and then the one with just the flat edges. So I just took a flat edge poster, and then on Google I just searched for a flower PNG to look for a transparent flower. And then I just found this cute little one here, and look at it. It's like a little sticker or even looking like a mural type of thing on your wall. This is like really interesting, a new feature that we can use. You can, make it nice and big. I think it'd look cute to place this down here. Maybe a little bit lower if you move it down, have it be like against the ground there. I just found this out like 2 days ago. I found out when I looked at someone's summer getaway build, I downloaded it. I saw they had like a big boat like out in the water, transparent, so it's just like the boat itself. And then even in the windows, like they like transformed this into a glass wall type of thing to have like kind of like a word stencil type of thing, like a business name in their glass window there, kind of like this. Like imagine this said like Becky's shop or something. I think that looks really cool. Obviously I need to actually put it inside of it. But yeah, this is a very interesting feature. I think it'd be good for you doing like decals in a kid's room or in a store, anything like that. I think this is definitely opening up a new little world of possibilities. Just make sure the image that you're downloading is a PNG, and then it will upload into the game like this. This next one I thought of because my friend Midas, a build he did a few weeks back, and this is creating like more texture and life in your surface finishes. So he did something really interesting. I'm gonna make my size a little bit bigger, but he did different stripes of different colors of the same wood in like a cabin type of thing. I will insert a picture of it right here. But I just thought it looked really, really cool, a really interesting idea. Just to do these different colors. I'll go back and do that one. You're just kind of creating a fun, different little pattern instead of using just the, same color for everything. I think this especially looks good, obviously, with the wood, because all wood that you're using is not going to be the same exact color for like your entire build, usually. So yeah, just look at that compared to just the singular color one. So thank you to Midas for thinking of that. I can link the mod.io for that build he did down below if you want to check out his build there. And in a little similar vein, one of the houses that I looked at for my last community content spotlights, a Japanese style build, they did something so amazing that I love so much. They used, let's see, where is it? What's one of the tiles? It's like this green marble tile, or maybe this one. Let me see. Making sure it's just the plain one. They use this as water instead of, using the pool trick, because obviously you can't use that much water for the pool. They use this to make it look like the surface of a pool, to make it look like there's water kind of all like under their building. I'll insert a picture of it here too, but this definitely does look like a pool, like from the top down. And I thought that was so imaginative. So just be creative with your surface finishes. That is my next tip here. There are so many different cool ones. As I shown in my last build, I used this pea gravel for kind of like a full pea gravel type of surface in my yard. There's just a lot of different things you can do with these. But yeah, just get creative. There are lots of different options you can do, tons of different brick type of things. I don't even know what all you could do with all this, but people have come up with some really great ideas. My next tip is not super groundbreaking, but it is the fact that you are able to make your little toy trains actually move. This was part of the fairy tale updates. So I'm just going to make a really simple little track here. Just going to go like that, bring it on over here. Okay, beautiful. And now we are going to get the little train out. It has 3 different little car options, so I think I'm going to try and do all 3 here just for funsies. I kind of want to do a little, see, when you do that, it kind of shows it's going to go around in that counterclockwise direction. But I was saying I want to maybe do like a full like train track type of thing, like in a whole room. I think that'd be interesting. But you can press E and your little train will go. It even has little smoke puffing out of the front of the train there. It'll only go around once, but that's okay. You can just press E again and it will carry on. I wonder if I can do 2. Can I have 2 going at once? Oh my gosh, I can. Something odd though, I thought when they did the update, so they had like different speeds your train can go, but I don't see the option right now. So I wonder if they took away that option. I'm not sure, but just a fun little thing here if you didn't know about this. Oh, is this going to crash? Let's watch what's going to happen. Oh, oh no. I didn't think it would actually knock something over. Oh wow. Oh, train derailment. Oopsie. My next tip has to do with land painting. So obviously you can have the like lighter dirt, the darker dirt, the sand and the grass. And then if you want to blend it in a little more, if you want to pick your second color, like the darker dirt, just do really low intensity. If you want just like a little bit of it mixed in, you can see like those pebbles coming, and that means you are getting a little bit of that other dirt. So my advice for blending is just go really slow and steady. If you want to do like smaller patches too, that's good for the blending. And even if I want to do like higher intensity sand over here, but you don't want that harsh line, then just go in with your other lighter color. Then make sure your intensity is only like literally 2 or 3 or 4, just to kind of mix it together a little more. Check it out, see if you need to do more. But like I said, slow and steady with this blending. Otherwise, you're just going to have a harsh line. But yeah, just really take your time with it, do smaller segments, and you can do some really good blending with it. Something like that looks pretty good, I think. For my next tip, I just want to go over those new light settings that they have come out recently. So if we pick this light here, we can see that temperature is 4600, brightness is 100. But if you turn the brightness down a little bit, turn the temperature down and confirm it, then if you have a different light here you choose, and then you can copy the style, and it actually copies the same temperature and brightness and everything, so you don't have to go around and change each one individually to try and have the same temperature and brightness. So that is very convenient. Just make sure you do that so you're not wasting your time trying to have the same correct temperature or brightness as you did in the previous light you put out. You can even just press Q, and then it actually gives you the same thing here if you want the same exact light. But for, different lights, then it still works the same. Just press Q on your light here, do it there, and it is the same right there. Next, I just want to go over land sculpting. I know that is kind of hard, especially for like creating hills and stuff. Make sure you have a low intensity always, unless you are attempting to do like a super spiky thing. Obviously, you can go up really fast or really quickly with that high intensity. So if that's what you want to do, then go for it. But I think the high intensity looks a little weird anyways, just because of the grass. So make sure you have like none or tidy grass if you're gonna do a big spike, otherwise it looks pretty silly. I guess just none looks the best actually. But there are a couple different options here. So this one over here, you can actually like set the height of your little build here. You can also make it rounded, or you can make it square. So if I do it square here, it will go up to the height of that little blue bar up there. This is also a good idea if you want to have a little bit more control in your smoothing type of stuff. So I think I'm going to choose this one, switch it back to round, and then lower the intensity quite a bit, just to try and smooth things. Oh dear, that looks bad. I feel like I have yet to do a bunch with the land sculpting other than like super simple things. So, I'm still playing around with it too. Practice makes perfect. Clearly, I am not perfect yet with it. Maybe it works better to actually do it this way. Yeah, I think actually making it more up into the hill rather than compressing it down works better when you try to do this trick. Maybe this one works better for smoothing it. Oh yes, this is way better. I'm gonna increase the intensity a little bit. So yeah, I think if you're trying to smooth things down when you try and do those like big, like square edge things, doing this third one here with like medium low intensity is your key to making a little more smooth. This land paint, like I said, this is hard. Land sculpting is not easy, so definitely play around with it. Okay, I think that is all 10 of my tips I wanted to share with you today. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed these tips. I hope you learned something new, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.